Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about the disadvantages of PECS. PECS is a picture exchange communication system that's commonly used as a communication aid for children with ASD, but it's also been used with a wide variety of learners from preschoolers to adults who have various communicative, cognitive, and physical impairments. PECS has been the subject of much academic research with currently over 85 PECS related publications, which is awesome. Evidence is indicating that PECS does not result in equal communication outcomes for all children with ASD. PECS training appears to have a more beneficial effects for the younger learners. And although there are many benefits to using PECS, there are some disadvantages, and so those are what I'm going to cover with you. Some of those would be difficulty interpreting the generic symbols or the line drawings. Communication when using PECS is limited to the pictures that are available to the learner. So as the learner advances, these pictures will change, meaning you'll need new pictures. The adult working with the child must plan ahead and have pictures that are needed. PECS must be used in all settings that the child's in to be most beneficial. And then cost. Let's break down cost first. So parents and educators who wish to use PECS effectively require training in the picture cards and the binders. This training comes in 6 phases and is very time consuming. The initial phase, for instance, involves teaching you how to teach the child to request items with the ready-made picture cards. The cost for this training starts at $330. So you could see that if you had many family members, teachers, and therapists who all needed to be trained, that could add up pretty quickly. Another cost that could be involved is the replacement of pictures or binders. You could purchase the ready-made pictures directly from the company that comes in packages at different pricing levels. But if you lose them or need a new one because you ruined it or threw it away, the cost to have to buy a whole new pack to replace those could get expensive as well. So there are options around that. You could draw them yourself. You could print them from a computer and laminate them. So again, though, that's another investment. Limiting communication. So PECS can be a limiting factor with individuals who improve their ability to communicate. Because there may not always be an adequate picture card to ensure that the child is able to communicate his or her thoughts. So the inability for the child to communicate his or her feelings or thoughts to teachers and therapists could make the learning process confusing and frustrating, limiting the child. The PECS system may become limiting as the child gets more advanced. So one of the biggest issues with limitation of the system is in social situations. In order for the individual to communicate, there must be a picture for that child to do so. So it may be hard for that child to find a picture that matches the emotion or feeling that they're having. So that's kind of the limitations of using a picture to describe your thoughts. And then that kind of goes right along with the adjustments, as it could be challenging to keep up with your learner. And for PECS to be effective, you must have those options available for them. So you must be constantly adjusting their binder or their picture board that's holding the cards, adding more complex pictures as the child improves, and making it necessary for you to be able to access a computer to print off these PECS cards, as well as like a laminator and just that equipment that you'll need to continue to allow that child to grow in their PECS. Okay, so that's what I found for the disadvantages of using PECS. I think PECS are great, and for some students I think they're going to be what works for them. It's all about what works for that child.